1, 2, 3.
Jump.
Wow, that was horrible. Did you actually press space?
Yeah.
Right. What's the other one? I'd rather have a bowl of something or other.
Yes. Exactly. Oh.
What are you gonna? You'll say whatever random food source you have, but make sure it actually sounds like a relative conversation. I'd rather have a bowl of
Cheesecake.
Interesting. Your tastes have progressed somewhat since we last met.
They do very good cheesecake in the canteen here.
You have a canteen?
The school has a canteen, yeah.
We just have a slow cooker, a microwave, a kettle that's falling apart, and a severe case of limescale.
I get free food, so yeah.
Damn you and your job. I can hear lots of rattling your end.
Through something across the room. Yes, I get 4 meals a day. All of them can be hot.
4?
There's breakfast, lunch, tea, and dinner.
Since when is tea a proper meal? You just have tea and cake.
We get like, I don't know, sausage rolls or like chicken tikka slices or soup. Sometimes they have cereal at tea, which is a bit weird, but you know.
You know, we're about to do a posh scale in our flat. There are 12 of us, and we will each give people a score out of 12 as to how posh they are. And 12 being the poshest. Yeah. I will probably come 11th.
Yeah.
And then there's you, having proper meals at tea time, having people called Augustus Bloomingly Hetchington or something.
Augustus France Hayhurst. Think you're fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Think you should fine.
His parents are probably called Roy and Lutetia.
I didn't mention that, you know, I can have 3 courses at lunch. But you can do that at home.
Smoked salmon starters on a Bellini?
Nah, it's super, and then a main, and there's a salad bar. So I guess you could do 4 courses really. I typically eat like multiple puddings as well, because.
So why do you need a kitchen in your flat again?
Because sometimes there's like holidays or exyats, which are like mini holidays, and we have to cook for ourselves.
Is that basic? Is that an inset day?
No, it's like, so the school, being a boarding school, kind of runs 24/7, and exyats are like a weekend where everyone just like goes home and does nothing. It's or gets their haircut, which is what I'm gonna do.
So why exyat? Why does it have a Latin name?
I don't know, because it's pretentious.
Random school. Oh no, we can't give away locations on this. I'll bleep that out with the name. I'll just say something like random school and just put that over there. Got it. I suppose I can just put that randomly in the middle somewhere.
Yes.
I'll just jumble this up because, you know, introductions and stuff.
We're so pro.
We are so pro.
As always.
We could probably do the introduction at the end.
Yeah, let's. It'll be fun.
Well, on the BBC News headlines today, there's lots of bad stuff. I mean, it's not really a great time at the moment, is it? I'll be honest. But we do have some funny ones.
Hold on a second. My earphones are being Chinese, messing up.
Your earphones are being Chinese? You are pretentious, aren't you?
No. They're just cheap headphones, you know. And it does say made in China, so I'm just going to blame the Chinese for the fact that they don't work.
Okay. So, do we just play the technical difficulties music with the little jazz interlude?
Yes. Almost.
Are you done?
No. There we go. Yes, it works now.
So on the BBC News headlines, it's not a great time. I just heard you go, nah, why did you do that?
It's a bit louder than it was before.
So pro. We are so pro.
So
on the bright side, at least we've lost the Chinese demographic.
God, that's a large one.
And only 4 minutes and 40 seconds in.
We're doing good. Nah.
The world's a bit grim at the moment.
Yeah, with all the bad things.
With all the, you know, Boko Haram and the French Muslims and just the killing and fires closing Channel tunnels and Ed Miliband. Yeah, Miliband, I mean, he'd be great at anything other than what he actually does.
I don't know. I heard him like speaking the other day on like TV or something, and he's a decent public speaker. I think it's just he somehow manages to mess up his public image.
He's really quite clever as well. He'd be a great historian or something, or a museum researcher publishing research on something that he's actually interested in. But as politic, he's just not leader material. I couldn't see him leading the country.
I don't know. I think if he got in, he'd do a good job, but we'd all look like idiots.
Then again, we are currently led by the Etonians of the world, so the people even posher than Augustus Huntington Bletchley.
Yeah, Team Eton. Go for it. Well.
And also there's all the cyber attacks, which is always fun.
That's interesting, I think.
An Anonymous just declaring war on everyone.
Yeah,
you're a celebrity, you said something, we're going to declare war on you.
I see Anonymous doing that. But isn't there like a good, like, anonymous hacking internet thing as well? There must be one, right? To balance out the forces of darkness on the internet.
No, Anonymous is this hacking. They claim they're working for freedom of speech, and then when celebrities say things, they get angry.
Yeah, didn't they didn't some celebrity do like a speech pro like feminist kind of anti-misogynist kind of thing, and then they just like released naked pics of her and stuff?
Vaguely, maybe something along those lines.
That sounds like something they did, yeah.
Right, not Anonymous. You now did that, and I can't say Anonymous. That's embarrassing.
Anonymous, yeah. Oops. Oh dear.
Never good.
Okay, Dom, it gives me great pleasure to announce that I'm home.
Shoot.
Okay.
Busy.
Good
Shoot.
to see you, Dom. Well done.
Shoot.
Really helps the pretentious image, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
He's a guy. He'll probably pop in from time to time and say something in the impression.
That's my housemate doing an impression of the director of music at the place that I don't really work, but kind of work.
I'm convinced that's his actual voice.
I know you are, but it's not. He's actually like Manchester in accent, so.
Whereas I've actually done the thing where I lock my door so none of my drunk flatmates can come in and shout things.
Yeah, but I don't have a lock. I don't think they had locks when they built this place.
Maybe Anonymous can send you a lock to defend your freedom of speech right.
Nah, I think they'd just be dicks about it.
They just abduct the weird impression dude and send him to Turkey.
Oh, there are worse places they could send him, I guess.
Kazakhstan. I've never been to Kazakhstan. I've just seen Borat, so.
I hear it's like not a great place for freedom of speech.
So maybe Anonymous wouldn't be so keen on increasing the population.
They could send him to like, I don't know,
Spain. It's hot there, quite nice.
yeah, nice and warm. Be good.
Benidorm, the failing holiday capital of the England. And by the England, I mean the UK. I just can't English.
The England. Oh. No, they could send it to Gibraltar. You know.
Ready for the invasion. Which way the invasion? Would Gibraltar/England invade Spain, or would Spain invade Gibraltar? Or maybe Spain would link up with Argentina, they'd invade Gibraltar, and the Argentinians would invade the Falklands, because they're both Spanish-speaking nations with little bits of England that they really want.
Yeah, or rather, English holding little bits of Argentina and little bits of Spain.
I hope you're not going to go liberal on us.
Oh, God, no, that would be terrible.
Oh, did you...
Although here I am thinking about, like, just spoiling my vote in a protest for, like, proportional representation.
Just don't vote UKIP and everything's fine.
It's sad, but I think my constituency is basically either a Conservative safe seat or it's going to swing to UKIP.
Oh, God. Well, with regards to the old Falkland situation...
Yes. Well, no.
Okay, we should give you some background. There is a person who we will refer to as Tiddles.
Exactly.
He doesn't look anything like Tiddles. He's got more hair than Jesus. But a Facebook status on the 29th of December 2014.
Mm-hmm.
The Top Gear Patagonia incident, and people say the West is filled with judgmental bigots who hurl stones.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Bigots.
Yeah, who says the West's filled with bigots who hurl stones?
I don't know. I don't think the West throws stones particularly.
Nah. Maybe it's like just the thing where he is in that bit of Wales, is it?
Maybe geography just isn't his thing.
Yeah.
Wales has damaged him. I love the fact that the first comment is, hate to correct you, but technically South America is the West.
That's great. No. Well.
Top Gear didn't really do it particularly well, did they?
I haven't seen the Argentina special.
It wasn't particularly funny. I haven't seen Butch Cassidy, so I had no idea what was happening.
I can't imagine like anything being particularly interesting in Argentina for a Top Gear special.
Well, they drove around. There was some nice scenery. I'll give it that.
Yeah. But like, I think the African ones are like the best, where they like drive across things that the cars really shouldn't be on.
Yes, and then animals happen.
Animals. Oh, yeah. Like, considering like the main TV channel of choice here is Dave. We basically
You get enough Top Gear.
we get it's Dave with Top Gear or QI or E4 with reruns of The Big Bang Theory just like in the background, because we realised that it's just not funny actually.
It's not funny, is it?
It's not funny. It's actually kind of sad how not funny it is.
All the funniest things were made in 1960s. And then just rehashed over and over again. And then moved to America and rehashed even more. To be honest, the same's with music. It's just it was the other way round. Everything was made by black musicians in the 20s. And it's just sort of happened forever. Mm. At some point someone invented shouting instead of singing.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
But again, black people, because then rap happened, and that's sort of just shouting and then talking quickly.
Yeah, it's just rhyming, isn't it? It's like reciting poetry, but to...
Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun. Get in my van.
Gun.
Did I rap good?
I think you're too white for it,
What
really.
I'll do? I'll insert a really, really rubbish drum beat that I've stolen off YouTube and just sort of do that over again about now. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun. Get in my van. I mean, we won't have heard that. That has happened.
Oh god.
It can be our debut single. We'll sell it and
Make millions.
although to be honest, we'll still have to get it sponsored by Clipper.
Yes.
Clip. At the moment, we are drinking tea, or at least I am.
I'm drinking imaginary tea.
Dom is pretending to drink tea.
My tea stocks are low.
But it's okay, because Clipper, because they sponsor us for $20,000.
They do?
I hope so. I think
nice.
I could afford a mic stand that does other angles other than perpendicular.
Ah.
Yeah, I've just finished my tea though. That's really upsetting.
Oh, that's a shame.
We've just started.
Well, tough.
It's okay. I have rice cakes that are made by Clipper too.
Well, I've got not Jaffa cakes.
I hope I don't have to censor out all the Clippers and put them with something that says not Clipper or other tea brand.
Well, we're not the BBC, so we can talk about things like that, can't we?
We can. Other tea brands are available. They're just rubbish.
Exactly. Other tea brands such as Tetley, which is barely tea, or Peachy Tips, which is slightly better.
Just to add to the whole air of pretentiousness that's been going about in this one, before the days of upper-class Southern University and random school... No, shit, not... I'll fix that.
Insert random Dorset town here.
Wait, I'll just start this another one. To add to the air of pretentiousness.
Ridiculous, come on.
I can't even remember what I was going to say.
You know what? Let's just move on. Fuck it.
It was about Tetley.
There's something here. About us drinking tea at school or something.
School tea was always Tetley. Apart from like the one time they did PG Tips in one of the early years, and everyone was really surprised.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then realised that was even more dust.
But it has a triangular back, so... Ooh. Edgy. Right?
I suppose, but did it even have the funny flick thing? Oh dear, I've just swatted my printer.
Don't worry, I'm like throwing stuff around the place.
Because your whole sort of tea method was to dunk tea bag in tea, wait for approximately 5 minutes before going near the bin and sort of lunging, having half the tea spill all over the wall and the tea bag to flop against the wall and then fall maybe in the bin, maybe down the back of it.
You know, I'm actually... Because I'm planning on seeing if they're... Because the choir's apparently doing really bad at the moment. Is that if I can go back for Commem, I'll go and see if the stains are still there.
I think we probably should. Because...
we can make it a pilgrimage.
Wait, which stain? Because there is, of course, the famous story where Mr. Dom here was walking up some stairs holding a large mug of tea, full to the brim, in fact.
It's very hot, and I kind of just did a hot potato with it, you know, where you throw things from one hand to the other, but it doesn't work when you've got a mug of tea, so I just kind of threw it everywhere.
All over the floor.
I didn't get any on me, though, so that was a victory.
But what happened to the handle?
I don't know. I think...
Hold it by the handle? That's not warm.
I was holding it by the handle. The mugs are just crap. And it kind of, like, spilled over onto my hand. I was like, ah! And just threw it.
And then this was in the new building that was specially made for us.
Well, for more people than us, but, like, we were the first people in it.
And now we technically made it our own by spilling tea everywhere. Tea, the famous substance that just doesn't come out. I think for the next 4 weeks, there will be just people there with high pressure vacuum cleaners that you just don't see in any other place.
It's like
and it was still there.
The entire custodial staff were there, just trying to get the stain out. I was like, oops.
I mean, they tried everything. They even just sitting there scrubbing it, and just nothing happened. So that's probably still there.
In the end, they gave up, so, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, but there's also the wall by the bins that will never be the same.
No, I don't think that recovers.
Maybe the people there now still assault it with tea. Maybe they just saw the tea stains and just thought, you know what, that's how you make tea here.
Just throw it everywhere. No. I wonder if they made it so that the fire alarms work in the summer and don't, like, melt.
Well, I doubt it, because since when did maintenance departments do stuff?
That's a good point. Oh, over here. So, basically, we do a load of admin stuff at work, and we've been told that, well, at the beginning of the year, we were told that my boss would like a technological solution to it, so that visiting staff would input reports themselves by, like, tablets, and it'd be uploaded to, like, a central database. And that would be done the first half term of last term. IT have done nothing.
Well done, IT.
Yep. But to be fair, they're like, we're meant to make this program that we use to timetable things work with ISAMs. They haven't done that. And ISAMs, if you don't know what that is, that's the evil robot that runs certain schools.
Yeah. Of course, IT departments are famous for having Wi-Fi break across the entire place where they're supposed to be, and to fix this, they go on holiday to the Bahamas.
Yeah, we had that. Oh well, you can't trust IT to do things.
I mean, we've all seen the IT crowd, haven't we?
Yeah. Do universities have IT departments?
I'd assume so. I mean, I have Wi-Fi, so... I mean, I have had to disconnect my network cable from the wall, unscrew everything and fix it myself because it wasn't working. But I didn't get paid for it, so maybe I'm the IT department.
Yeah.
And there's a maintenance department, because there's always different maintenance vans outside. Just parked somewhere. I don't know what they're fixing. They might be fixing things. I would assume they could keep stuff fixed for one day, but apparently not.
Things don't stay fixed.
I did walk into the kitchen one day and they'd taken out all of our cupboards because there was a pipe that was leaking throughout our whole building.
So rather than find the source of the leak, they just took all your cupboards.
Yeah. And then just sort of left it there. And I woke up and there was just no one around. Can I eat? I'm hungry.
That's great. Oh, God.
And then that was followed by like a 4-week period where every day from 10 till 4 they just turn off the water and say, "Oh, it'll be fixed tomorrow," and it never was.
On the bright side, at least you didn't have a boiler explode every time that your crazy housemate took a bath.
I suppose. I mean, I know that there is a maintenance department. I don't know what they do, and I'm not particularly convinced of their ability to do it, but they're there. They have a presence.
Yeah. They do something.
They look at it. So what's the story with...
So, our boiler was a bit funny at the start when I got here. And basically, if you ran hot water for too long, what would happen, we didn't know this at the time, was that a pressure valve had basically been damaged, and it kind of just break, and also the emergency release was kind of blocked outside. So instead of all the water that overflows in the boiler going outside, it just went all across the kitchen. And so we had this kind of crazy housemate who'd take really, really long baths and just keep topping up hot water, and every time he did that, the hot water would break and we wouldn't have hot water for a couple of days or weeks. I think we didn't have hot water for a couple of weeks. But eventually the contractor who works with, I think it's the letting agency that owns this place.
Them. They're a thing, aren't they? They're always around.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking in with no warning. Hi, we're the letting agency. Oh, okay. We've been looking at houses for next year. That's always fun. I mean, they always do pictures, which are really nice and sparkly, and they attractive angles, so the rooms look huge, and you go in and they're absolutely tiny and disgusting.
Yeah, well,
I mean, the toilet in the bathroom in one of these houses was brown. You didn't even put the seat down. It was just brown.
Oh God, what? Oh man. Well,
I mean, I might have higher standards than perhaps you should have when looking for a student house, but wanting a toilet that's, the colour of the rest of the bathroom, or in fact the rest of the toilet, I don't think it's too much to ask.
I would like a toilet that isn't covered in shit, please.
I'd also like a kitchen that isn't covered in shit. I don't think that's happening.
Well, when you get there, you can have big clean-up.
No, I think that's supposed to happen before we get there.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen, so...
It's not going to happen, because yeah. It'll be fun, and then I'll figure out how much it costs to live in these places, and then I'll cry a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive.
But it's okay, because I don't just have that to worry about. I have exams to worry about, because they're still things.
Oh yeah. Well, so are these exams that count towards your actual degree? Or...
No, not at all.
No.
Basically, because I'm a history student, and therefore only have 7 hours of contact time a week. Yep.
Yeah.
Firstly, I pay £50 a lecture, which is great. And then I have an exam on the first day of the 2-week exam period at 9 o'clock in the morning. I've done that. It was fun. I wrote for an hour. Regurgitated stuff that I thought I knew at some point. I've forgotten it now. And then I have my last exam on the last day of the exam period in the afternoon. 2 weeks of nothing. because you don't really revise for history exams. You just look at your book the morning and just throw that back up on the page. Thematically, sort of. And then at the end say, I conclude
that this thing happened.
This is medieval history. The conclusion is always, barons are dicks, so are the church.
So's the monarchy.
Everyone's a dick.
So's the peasants.
The peasants are dicks for rebelling all the time. The monarchy's a dick just because Henry II was a thing. And then he had sons, and they were both dicks. And by the time you get to Edward II, just the whole thing's gone to shit. And then Scotland get involved, and they're just like, oh, we want to be independent. It's like, you sort of already are. Why are you fighting?
They want real independence, not this namby-pamby self-governance stuff.
And then you go 100 years in the future, and suddenly the Pope's trying to take over Europe, and just, what? You're a religious leader. Come on, be friendly.
You mean the Pope doesn't own Europe?
No, because, like, when he tries to be secular, the other people get angry.
Oh.
And then suddenly you have loads of cults springing up, and it's like, look, Mormonism isn't supposed to come until the 1700s. Piss off.
You don't belong here. Get back to your own time period.
The worst thing is these cults, they're just sort of saying, they're called the Cathars, which is clearly a rip-off of Catholics. And they're sort of, their big selling point is, all material substance is evil. Don't eat anything, don't have sex. And that draws people in. I don't really know how.
I think...
What's the appeal there?
I think medieval people were stupid.
And short.
Oh yeah, they were shorter. Like, I've seen houses that are just small because they were built a long time ago.
Then again, you're small, so it's fine.
I'm not that small. Oh well, fair enough. No. I got the piss taken out of me. I go around a pub last night. He was just being a complete twat, and he said like he thinks anyone could take me. It's like,
anyone could take you.
Anyone could take me. It's like, oh. He then made fun of my hair. It's like, oh.
What did he say about your hair? It's so blonde.
I don't know. No, he was just like, I don't know, take the piss out of it. I was a bit drunk. This is at the end of the night.
Was this just some random stranger?
We'd met him once before, on the first night I was here. And
is he the resident crazy old man of the pub? They all have them.
No, he's an ex-cage fighter, like, apparently.
Jesus. Oh god.
so that's why I was just like, yeah, okay. Whatever you say. His name, he's called Gage.
You have to be like,
which is an
you have to
interesting
stand
name.
up for yourself. You have to show charisma and be strong and violent, and then sort of get punched in the face by the Gage fighter, because of course anyone can clearly take you.
No, I think I could hold my own if I'm sober, but if I'm drunk...
No, drunk fights never end well.
It's just not going to work. No. Oh, God.
I know a guy who was trying to break up a fight between a bouncer and a guy, and then the police came along and said, "You're under arrest, mate." He's like, "I'm trying to break up the fight." I was like, "I don't care, you're under arrest." So he just starts going on a rant about socialism and freedom of speech and using all these isms that he's learned from World Ideology's lectures. And it's just, this policeman doesn't know what you're saying. Don't reason with him.
You don't reason with him.
No. He was using words with like 5 syllables in. I mean, come on.
I think the first time I went to Neo, the most amazing club in Dorset, probably the only club in Dorset.
I think we can sum.
No, actually, it's in Somerset. Like, it's just over the border.
We can sum Neo up with a quote that you once sent me that I will find on Facebook.
Yes.
And I'll cut out the time. Just sort of hum for yourself for a second. Ah, yes. So you can tell how bad Neo is as a club, because I received a message one evening saying, "Do real clubs that aren't Neo also have music videos projected onto the wall above the dance floor?" And I mean, they don't. We have a club called Pop World, which has a stripper pole, is filled with 50-year-olds and exclusively plays club classics from 1974. And even that doesn't have a projector. It has a glitter ball, and it doesn't have a projector.
Oh, Neo's got disco balls, it's got two strip poles.
2 strip poles? How extravagant.
Yeah, like kind of like I don't know. It's got raised platforms. Ooh.
What were you even saying about Neo?
Oh yeah, because we're talking about the policeman, and I remember like the first night I went there, I came out and just seeing like a guy being tackled to the floor by a policeman.
Classy place.
Yeah.
Personally, I've never seen the police around, which is good. So it means I'm in the safe bit.
I've seen them too much, to be honest, because the crazy flatmate went missing, and we have to report that to the police.
I think you kind of have to expand on that one.
Oh, so we had a crazy flatmate who was into enlightenment and stuff, and he went missing one day, and then turned up in the evening. He didn't come into work. And basically he said he tried to get to India, but got as far as Salisbury Station, but forgot his passport.
It just gets me every time.
Yeah.
Trying to escape to India, but forgot a passport.
Yeah, it's...
What happened at Salisbury Station?
I don't know, just turned around. Some of us don't really believe that he was trying to get to India, that it's just, like, derping out. And then the next day he just went missing properly. He's, like, living in insert Dorset with generic school. Well, not so generic school.
Pretentious generic school.
Just like, wandering around. He actually, at, like, 2 o'clock in the morning, knocked on this, like, random person's house, apparently, and asked them for a toaster. And just like walked off, mumbling to himself, saying something like, "You're not my mum." When they said no. He's up.
What?
So somehow he got to London, I don't know how, and he spent some time in like hotels, and then he lost his credit card apparently, and lived in London for like 3 days, rough. Or he probably just didn't sleep, because he can do that. He's kind of amazing that way. Amazing being one word for it, I guess. And then turned up at his old piano teacher's house and lived there for a bit, and now he's back home.
Where's home?
Worthing.
Oh god, that's vaguely near where I live.
Yeah.
That's worrying.
No, he's harmless, I think.
In other news, Clipper have excelled themselves. Belgian chocolate rice cake. With orange pieces. This is so weird, yet really quite good. I feel like it shouldn't be good. I feel like it's wrong that I'm enjoying this, but I am, so...
It's hedonistic.
Take that, system.
You're a bad person. This episode is brought to you by Clipper Everything. Even when...
Clipper? No, we need to do a jingle. Let's make a jingle for Clipper. We've already got... No, we don't have anything.
Need the words.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Clipper's tasty. Have it.
Have it, you
What? We can't use that in a jingle.
It's okay. Like, people from New Zealand used that term in like an affectionate way.
I'm sure they did.